there's more?
Oh, I'd swear Jessica packed 2 suitcases when she moved there.
2 suitcases a week is more like it.
Oh, man, maybe Jessica moving back to Landfair isn't such a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. Vicky's gonna love it. The only thing is, we should have rented a truck.
Yeah. And Grandpa's place is getting kind of empty. Now that Cord moved back to Landfair to be with the kids and Jessica's moving out on you.
Yeah, things are gonna get a little lonely around here, Dad.
Not lonely enough.
You're just trying to torture me, aren't
Alex, you're torturing me? You can't kiss me. Run away like that? Whoa!
Oh! Look who's here. Oh, this color looks so good on you. Did you get your hair cut, honey? Oh, my gosh. I just love having my future Buchan-laws come to visit.
The part of Ben Price is now being played by Peter Parros.
I bet you were starting to think this was never gonna happen.
No, I knew we'd get together someday, Sheila.
How many times have I had to call and cancel lunch on you? What, 3?
4, but who's counting? So you're still swamped at the hospital, huh?
Swamped isn't the word. I mean, the whole staff's walking around like zombies over there. I mean, you know, last winter we had a lot of flu cases, but nobody was ready for this.
Yeah, I read how unusual it was in the paper. I mean, for it to come so close to summer.
It was crazy, let me tell you. I mean, everybody's pulling overtime. I feel like I never see Hank anymore, and if I do, it's just to say, good night. I mean, if Ben didn't work at the hospital, I'd probably never see him.
Well, not necessarily.
What?
Hi, Sheila. Rachel.
Hi.
Ben, what in the world are you doing here?
I followed you.
Okay, I want 1 bus ticket to Atlantic City, please. No, I'll be by myself. But my dad didn't meet me there.
Al, can I talk to you for just a second?
I gotta go now, bye.
You wanna come over here and sit by me for a minute? Now listen, I know that you wanna go find your dad, but going to Atlantic City is not something you can do by yourself.
But I want to help him.
I know you do, and I wish you could. But your dad doesn't think he needs any help right now.
No, you tell me the truth. And not just something I want to hear. Is Luna right? You tell me. I mean, look at this place. Just look at it. I mean, we're digging through clothes. We're looking in the cushions for, what, a quarter so we go play the slots? Am I addicted? Do I have a problem? Do I? As far as that goes, do you?
Yes. The answer's yes.
Mr. Vickers, what is this about?
Dorian Lord and your father. Vicky, there are things you don't know about, very important things.
Such as?
Dorian didn't kill Victor Lord. Vicky, she's innocent 100%, and I can prove it.
This is nonsense.
No, it's true. And it's true, I can prove it.
Yes, well, there's a world of difference between saying something and doing it. Now, how on earth could you possibly know such a thing, much less prove it?
The reason I know Dorian Lord didn't kill your father is because I know who did.
Really?
And I can prove that, too.
One life to live.
So you see, your dad, he loves you very, very much.
When's he coming home?
Why don't you, Sugar, why don't you go on upstairs and you work on those pictures, finishing them up for your teacher for her going away present, and I'll get a hold of him, and I'll let him know how much you want to talk to him, and, I bet you he'll call you back this afternoon. How about that?
Okay. But what if he doesn't want to speak to me?
Oh, honey, he loves you so much. Even though he's going through this trouble right now, I bet you anything if I get a hold of him, he'll call you first thing. All right? So why don't you go on over there and go on upstairs, finish your pictures, and before you do that, you stop by the kitchen and you get a sandwich from Renee, okay?
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, Cord.
There goes for you.
Thank you. Come on in.
Listen, I finished up all that California paperwork. It's all done for the spa, you know. Dotted all those I's, crossed all those T's.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad that's taken care of.
Yeah, you and the IRS both. Listen, Renee stopped by as I was finishing up.
Yeah, I guess she told you.
No, not really. She said you might need a friend. Something happened with Max, huh?
Yeah, you might say that. You were right about him and Blair in Atlantic City. Saw him.
You went there?
Yeah. You were wrong, though, about them being gambling buddies. They're lovers.
You think Luna's right? I've got a problem?
What? That old song about gambling? No. You asked me, Max, if I had a problem. I do.
Oh, yeah, right. You have a gambling problem and I don't.
You don't, Max. You don't. I mean, come on. I mean, sure. You like to gamble. But you've just had some bad luck, and it's started to make you doubt yourself, that's all. It's not like you're an addict or anything, or you're addicted, some drug addict or alcoholic, whatever Cord keeps saying that you have. Gambling isn't like that anyway. I mean, Max, look at me. Your only problem is that you have been losing lately. But, Max, you win. You win, too. You just gotta take the good with the bad, that's all. Good with the bad.
Right. You're right. This is what this is. You know, Luna came in here, everything got blown way out of proportion. Yeah, I mean, and she's been, all that psychobabble she's been listening to from Cord, all that stupid intervention stuff and everything. Hey, so I like to gamble. So what?
There you go.
Well, what about you?
What?
Well, you said you got a problem. Now, excuse me, but if I don't have a problem, then you sure don't.
Actually, I do, Max. But my problem isn't gambling. My problem is you. I love you, Max. I always have.
All right, Mr. Vickers, I'm going to give you just a few minutes to explain yourself, and then that's it. If you have proof, obviously, I would like to know about it, but quite frankly, I'm assuming that this is a prank and that you work for one of the tabloids.
No, I do not.
And I am not in the mood for that. Do you understand? Now, you say you know who killed my father. Fine, who was it?
The same person Lee Chapin said he saw running out of your father's hospital room right before they found him dead.
Irene.
Yes.
No, it's not true. Lee Chapin is an old man with very vague memories that are all jumbled up in his head. For heaven's sakes, he had no proof.
He was an eyewitness.
No, he said he saw Irene run from the room.
You know he was sincere. A lot more than that blackmailing old nurse Ethel Crawford, but you know what? You don't have to take his word for it anymore.
And what does that mean?
I can testify to the same thing.
What, that Irene was there?
Yes,
Or that she killed my father in his hospital room?
both. It wasn't Dorian Lord at all. Irene murdered your father.
Right behind you, boys.
All right.
Oh, Clint, could I just talk to you for a moment?
About what?
Well, I was wondering, actually, Asa and I have been wondering, why haven't you printed that picture of me in the banner along with that little bio that I sent you?
Little bio? Well, that little bio turned out to be a little too long, Alex.
Too long?
Yes, too long. I mean, 20 pages, single-spaced, just for an engagement announcement, that's a little too long. You know, it's over our limit.
Some people are exceptional, Clint.
Well, that may be. But you know, when some people go to tooting their own horn and calling themselves brilliant and beautiful every other sentence...
Clint, close your eyes. She is beautiful. And nobody's ever seen anything like this woman.
Oh, Asa, you just say the sweetest things. I think I'm blushing.
Pa, you know, down at the banner, we don't like to run anything that might be premature, and who knows? I mean, you could change your mind about this whole marriage.
Oh, is that a real hootenanny? We're not changing our mind, Clint.
Oh, Clint, have you ever seen two people who are more in love or more determined to have the ceremony of the century?
Alex here has been dealing with caterers and planners and orchestra leaders for days.
In fact, I'm here right now going over the plans for the minor renovations I'm going to make after I move in. So, think about that engagement photo, Clint.
Quiet. You ready, Dad?
Yeah, let's go for it, boys.
No, wait a minute, Clint. Stick around. I'll bring up a bottle of champagne and we'll have a real Buchanan toast to my bride-to-be.
I'm driving, Grandpa.
I'm on a diet.
I'm still underage.
Fine, don't. I'm warning you, Clint. Dumb move.
And just which move is that, Pa?
Letting Vicky talk you into bringing Jessica back over to Landfair. You are letting that woman get away with murder.
Pa!
I tell you, I mean it. I don't know what kind of Buchanan men are coming after me, Joey. But I'll tell you this, they're all weak. Most of them are. Clint let your mother kick him around like a pile of dried old leaves. Your brother here gave in, let Leanne get her hands on little Duke, and then he gives her partial custody. Take it from me. You don't know how to handle a woman. You let her know who's boss, right, from the get-go.
Asa, I think that this, entire wall is gonna have to go now.
Maybe that one, too.
Pa, have you let her know who's boss yet, Pa?
I'm serious. Saw you two walking in together, I figured I'd stop by. Maybe say hello.
Maybe say hello?
Yeah.
Now, Ben, Sheila was just telling me how everyone at the hospital is working around the clock. Where did you get time to socialize?
Well, I admit I should have flopped on the cot at my office and grabbed some Z's, but I was hungry. And the idea of another one of those cafeteria meals, I mean, forget it. Yeah. By the way, did you get a flu shot?
As soon as I saw it in the paper.
All right, good.
Yeah, I got one too, because they say this flu virus is like really bad, you know, and I wouldn't want to get sick and like give it to my baby or something.
Smart move, Beth.
I'll be back in a minute to take your orders.
Thanks.
So, Rachel, what you been up to since graduation?
Would you believe that I have not taken one day off? I'm clerking in my mom's office again this summer, you know, trying to pick up anything that will help me when I get to law school.
Still going to Lambview U this fall, right?
Yeah.
Good.
So, how's your mom doing these days? I mean, I never get to see anybody unless they come by the hospital.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. She and Beau went to New England for a few days to buy antiques for their new house.
Ooh, great. I mean, she deserves vacation. The way she was really driving herself with that Dorian Lord case.
It's like both your rich friends got problems, huh? friend Dorian Lord and Marty Saybrook. Those little kids are trying to get that guy that raped her out of prison. Can you believe it? You should have seen the TV guy on the new news, and he was talking about Todd Manning and how this petition's like a big deal, and it may even work.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, well, neither one of us could, because we don't have money.
That's sure not news, is it?
We have to do something about that, Jason. I mean it, because the landlord gave us a whole extra month, and that's half gone already, and we still don't have any money. Or, we don't have any money, and we don't have any idea how to get that government loan.
You okay?
Yeah, I feel just weird. That's all.
You want to go lie down?
Are you kidding? This is lunch hour. This is our busiest time.
Yeah, I'm so busy. I'm reading the newspaper. Why don't you go lie down? I can handle things.
No way. I'm just a little tired or something. It's nothing, Jason. It's no big deal.
You know, I wish that I'd never told you where they were.
Oh,
sorry.
listen. I'm glad you did. Hey, I know the truth now, and I know what to do, even though I feel like I'm standing in hellfire.
So what are you going to do?
Let's see, what I'd like to do is I'd like to beat them both to death with a sledgehammer, but what am I going to do? I don't know.
Come on, listen to me. We're gonna get you through this thing, okay? You're gonna make it. You'll make it just fine. Listen to me. Look, about this Blair thing. You want to know what I think?
What?
I think it's I think it's the gambling. I mean, I think this is all part of it. This is just another cheap little thrill that Max had to get, another step towards the bottom. It's part of his sickness, okay? And I think that's all it is.
You know what he told me? When he admitted what he had done? He said it was nothing. He said it meant nothing. Can you believe that? What about us? What about our family and our home together and our future together? Guess that meant nothing, too. I don't think I'll ever be able to get over him saying that.
I love you. I always have. Max, please. Don't look away from me, please. Max. I have never loved anyone but you. And I never will. And I know that I blew it. You loved me, you wanted me, and I threw it away. I threw away that chance at real happiness. But Max, we've got a chance right here. We have a chance. It's right here, right now, and I've just got to ask you, Max, is there a chance for us? Is there a chance that we can find that happiness that we once had together, Max? Can't we? I mean, is there a chance for me to mean more to you than just sex?
Mr. Vickers, I don't believe you.
You haven't heard me out.
Who are you? Where have you come from?
Like I said, my name is David Vickers.
I know that. Your face is very familiar to me. Do we know each other from somewhere? Have we met?
No, I'm sorry to say actually that we haven't met. But I hope that we can work together from now on.
Doing what?
Dorian Lord is innocent. You and I have to go to the district attorney and get the verdict set aside.
I just told you I don't believe you.
No, maybe not yet. But I'm sure that deep down you know that I might be right. And all you have to do is listen. You don't want to be responsible for a woman going to jail and being put to death just because you wouldn't listen, would you?
Tell me something. If you're so interested in getting Dorian Lord out of jail, why didn't you come forward during the trial? If you know that Irene killed my father, why didn't you say something before Dorian was convicted or sentenced? Have you been out of the state or the country?
If he tells you that, he's lying.
Sloan, I'm very glad you're here because this man is saying some rather extraordinary things.
Well, I hope he can back them up because I know who he is.
Oh, thank you so much. That's wonderful. Do you see what I mean? I mean, once we get rid of the wall, of course, it's going to be perfect. Okay, boys, move it back now. Oh, my goodness, you are both so strong. You obviously got your great looks and your humongous muscles from your gorgeous grandpa.
No, Alex, actually, Joey and I are both adopted.
But we are still Buchanans through and through.
Yo, you bet they are.
Well, those are little tidbits of information you'll have to teach me. Promise you'll do that, Joey.
Sure, grandmother.
I'm not so sure you should call me that.
Yeah, that is a little formal, don't you think, Joe? How about just Grandma?
Yeah, Grandma Alex. That sounds good. That's good.
So, sweetheart, am I right or am I right? Once we get rid of those walls, well, and move the ceiling up 10 feet, it'll be perfect.
Well, I think you met your match. Boys, let's get that stuff over to Landfair.
Bye, Grandpa. Bye, Grandma.
So long.
Clint, don't move.
They're so cute.
Sit down, Alex. We are going to have a talk. A serious talk. Right now.
Max?
Well, I gotta admit, you've been honest with me.
I needed you to know how I feel.
But that means I'm going to have to be very honest with you. I'm not going to rub your face in it about marrying Ace instead of me. I mean, that's ancient history.
Great, because I feel the same way too, Max.
Yeah, the fact is, if you're unhappy with your life, you have no one to blame but yourself.
I know.
You hurt me really bad.
I know.
And it took me a long time to get over it. But I did. And I fell in love with Luna. She is absolutely one of a kind. I mean, she is about caring and love and... I mean, talk about love for me and my son and for our future together. There's no way I won't ever love that woman. So as far as your question is to whether or not you and I can be anything more than just fun. No. Never will happen. So, if that's not okay with you and you want to take a hike, well, hey, it's just the way it is. It's up to you. It's your call.
General, I haven't had the pleasure. My name is David Vickers.
I don't care what your name is. I have seen you many times in the courtroom.
Of course, that's where I've seen
I've
you.
also seen where you sit. You sit with the press. So if you've come here with a story about being a long-lost friend with newfound evidence, forget it. He's probably with one of those trash TV shows. Hit the road, Dave.
Okay, yes, I did sit with the press because a friend of mine had a press pass, and I just wanted to be sure I could always get in. But I am here on my own. I am not with the press or TV. This conversation is private. And it will stay that way until we both decide that anyone else should hear it. If you would just hear me out. Just a few more moments, I would really appreciate
For
it.
heaven's sakes, what else can you possibly say? You can't prove what you've said so far, and you know it.
Yes, I can.
Then why didn't you come forward earlier? This is truly nonsense.
Vicky, I kept silent because I was hoping against hope that I wouldn't have to say anything. If Dorian was acquitted, why would the world have to know that Irene was a murderer?
Is that the scam? The Irene story that the old butler told? The jury didn't go for it, and neither do we.
It would have caused a lot of pain if that was brought out. So I didn't. Now I have to.
What in the world are you talking about now? Irene was my roommate. She had an affair with my father, and she was Tina's mother. That is now public knowledge. But Irene is dead, so who would be hurt?
I would be.
Why?
Because she was my mother.
Alex, honey, I've given you pretty much of a free hand in planning our wedding.
You have been very generous.
My accountant went purple when he saw the first batch of bills you ran up. But I told him to shut up. Pay him.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I even went out of my way to talk to the bishop for you. It is not my fault he will not perform the ceremony.
That man doesn't have 1 ounce of Christian charity just because I'm a convicted felon.
Now, honey, I'm going to put my foot down.
About what?
This is my home. If anybody bulldozes my mansion, it will be me. So you are going to have to learn the rules.
What's that?
A prenuptial agreement. I had it drawn up by the best lawyer I could find. I want you to read this, sign it, memorize it, and then live by it.
My goodness, what a coincidence.
The hell is that?
It's the prenuptial agreement that I drew up myself because I'm the best lawyer that I know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, let's get to it, shall we?
Well, you gotta give Grandpa credit. At least he still believes in marriage.
Yeah, and maybe bride number 8 will be the tune.
Or the one that does him in. Ladies, I got this one.
Well, this was great. Fast, but great. Yeah. No rest for the weary or the wicked, or whatever we are. It was good to see you, Ben. Save the world from this flu epidemic, will you?
I will do my best. Hey, how about maybe one night we go to Rhodey's, listen to some music? Not that I'm pushing anything.
No, it's fine. Sounds great. What night?
Well, actually, the way things are going at the hospital right now, I can't really say. Can we make it kind of a last-minute thing? What? What did I do? What?
My little brother. Who taught you how to ask a lady out for a date? Oh, hello, Kevin.
Hi, sure. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. Thanks. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Well, listen now, we've got to run. Take care of yourself. Eat right. Get lots of sleep. Don't let this flu get you. You either, Kevin.
No, I won't.
Thanks. See you. Oh, I hear you're clerking for your mom again this summer.
Yep.
You know, clerking for your dad?
Yeah, I told him he was lucky to have someone as smart as you. I mean, even if it was only for the summer.
Oh, thank you. Maybe we'll find ourselves on opposite sides of the courtroom, like your mom and dad.
Well, not quite the same.
No, we did skip the marriage part, didn't we?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Probably.
You.
Hey. I'm cool. Look, don't be a mother hen, okay?
Why not?
Actually, I think I am gonna go lay down for a while. I'm not feeling so hot.
Yeah. Okay. Why didn't you talk to Ben Price when he was here? He's a doctor. He could check you out a little bit.
Look, I'm cool, okay? I think it's just that flu shot. I think sometimes when you take it, it makes you feel a little funny for a while. Just give me half an hour, okay?
Yeah. Okay. As long as you want, all right? Hey, and if you start to feel a little warm, Beth, you're really burning up here. Okay. This is 102, Beth.
Oh, man, we should call a doctor.
No, look, no doctors, man. Doctors cost money. Okay, I'm just gonna go lie down. I think it's just the flu shot. It makes you sick for a little while. I saw it on TV.
Look, I'll call Larry, all right? I'll see what we should do.
No, come on. I don't want any doctors. We need every dime we can get
Will
to
you
keep
stop?
this.
That's stupid about the money, all right? You got 102. That's very serious. Beth.
It is very serious. I mean, I was just talking to Ben and Sheila, and they were saying, look, we have to get her to a hospital. Ben was saying that this could get really bad. Jason, I'm scared.
I don't think I'm ever going to be able to forgive him.
Luna, look, you don't know how you're going to feel
Listen,
in time.
I mean this. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to forgive him for saying that. And I mean it.
I think you ought to talk to Max.
And say what? I feel like ripping your heart out. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to forgive you.
Yeah, I think that's what you should say to him. If that's what you're feeling right now, yeah, you should say that. Luna, you can't keep all this bottled up inside of you. It's only going to do you damage in time. Look, just talk to him, all right? And don't even bring up the gambling thing. Just deal with what happened. You got to do that, Luna, if you eventually want to get past this thing one way or another.
Why?
Because you still love him. And he did this to you. Go on. Call him.
So that's how I feel. If you want to walk, I wouldn't blame you.
You're kidding. Oh, but come on. I kind of knew that you'd turn me down anyway, Max. Just relax. I'll live. I'm a big girl. But it's not going to stop me from loving you.
Listen, Blair.
Look, no, Max, really. I'll just take what I can get. I mean, who knows? Things change, right? I mean, there might be a chance for us some other day, right? I mean, okay, so what now? You hungry? I'm hungry.
Not really.
Well, I am, so let's order, see what we'll do is we'll order some room service here, and then we'll go down and we'll play blackjack later. How about that?
What is with you, Blondie? We don't have a red cent. We don't have money to pay for the hotel room.
Hey, look, I've got this. Max, look, this has got to be worth something.
Asa gave that to you.
Well, so he did.
The old buzzard would be good for something. Help me out someday. So, tell you what, Max, I'll just take this down to the boardwalk to one of those little pawn shops. Isn't it beautiful? And I'm sure we can get some money for it. What do you say?
This sounds great.
Good.
Hey, we get the right money, we can get in the right game.
Great. You just stay right here. I'll be back in a split second. Okay.
What? Forget your key? Hey, Max, looking good.
What are you doing here?
Mind if I come in?
I thought you were living in Chicago.
I used to live in Chicago. Now I'm kind of a rolling stone. Look, there's a big game over at Walker's. Heard you've been doing some gambling down at the casino. Thought I'd invite you to join in.
What's Walker's?
Best poker game in AC, Max. Strictly private. Everybody who's anybody. So, how about you? You a body?
Who'd be there, I know.
Some of the guys you matched up with a couple of weeks ago, plus some heavy hitters in from Philly and the Big Apple, too. So what do you say?
I say forget it.
What?
A little short on cash right now.
Hey, cash doesn't have to be a problem, Max. You got a friend in Jimmy? Don't you know that?
Oh, Mr. Buchanan. I was wondering who was here.
Oh, it's only me. I'm bringing Jessica's stuff back. She's back where she belongs.
Oh, Mrs. Buchanan will be very happy now.
Well, Jessica's pretty happy about it herself. Especially since she's got her CDs back.
Oh, I'll start taking these things up.
No, don't bother. The boys will be along pretty soon. They'll do it. Vicky in the library?
Mrs. Buchanan, it's with me, General Carpenter.
Oh, well, then I won't bother her right now. See you.
Bye, Mrs. Buchanan.
Vicky, I am sorry to just spring that on you.
You're Irene's son?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, I don't believe you. Irene was my very best friend, and she spent the last months of her life here with me in Landview, where she died, and she never said one word to me about having a son.
She wouldn't have
Nor has Tina ever said anything about having a brother, ever. Now, I don't know why you are doing this, but it is extremely cruel because this is my family you are talking about in my life. I don't know why you came here and lied to me like this.
Vicky, I am not lying. Tina couldn't have said anything because she didn't even know that I existed. I always felt bad that Mother never said anything before she died. But Tina is definitely my sister.
What?
Do you recognize it?
Whose ring is that?
My father's.
Are you sure?
No. My father's ring has an inscription in it. What does it say?
It says forever, followed by the letter E.
It's his. My mother gave it to him. The E was for Eugenia.
Good. I'm glad you're sure. This was your father's and my father's ring. My mother was Irene Clayton. My father was Victor Lord.